Shall we move to the center backs?
Yeah.
This one's fun, but you get first pick. So,
Yeah, this is gonna be a tough one. All
well,
right,
the first
first
one's
pick.
not.
I'm just gonna go with defensive player of the year, Jack Elliott at one. I feel like that's kind of consensus choice here. 7.1 rating across the board. He averaged 0.43 clean sheets a game. And like I said, defensive player of the year. So
Final pick?
yes.
Cool, because I'm actually going to take the defensive player of the year, Jacob
Oh,
Glesnes.
was you
So,
know what? As I was saying it, I was like, is this doesn't sound right. Like I think I have it wrong. I think I got the wrong
so thanks.
I'm still gonna stick with Jack Elliott because his numbers were slightly better, but um yeah, what as I was saying that I'm like, I think it was actually Glesnes instead of
Yeah,
Jack Elliott.
that was really bad. Um, Gleasney's third most interceptions, least number of cards, which is important as a center back. Third most clearances, second most blocked shots, um, and second most total offsides won. So when he's trying to draw a line offside, um, he finished in third. Elliott finished in sixth. I mean, both players are center backs for the best defensive team in the league by like a long shot. So those were easy one too. Now it gets more fun.
Yeah, I think so too. Um my second pick here, I think I'm maybe relying a little bit more on expectations for this upcoming season. I'm gonna go Walker Zimmerman here. I think
Okay.
two-time defensive player of the year. His numbers weren't as great as he has been historically last season. I want to hopefully chalk that up to some distraction with the World Cup coming up, but he still had a solid season. He had a 7.03 rating across the board, which was the fourth highest out of the people I looked at, and had a low clean sheet amount. But I still think Nashville's a very good defensive team, and I think we're going to see his numbers rebound a bit here now that the World Cup is over with. So I'm happy to take him at two.
Very nice. Hmm. For my second pick, oh, there's so many good ones here.
It's a tough one.
Yeah, I can't pick him. He just moved. Don't like him. Give me, give me Marcelo Silva
Marcelo Silva. Where did you pull
from
that one from?
RSL. Are you ready? He had the fifth best tackle success rate, the fifth most interceptions, the 13th most headers won, the second best passing percentage, and the 13th most won offside out of 43 players that I analyzed. He was top 25% of every stat that I analyzed, uh, except for fouls conceded and clearances and block shots. Then he was top 50%. He is just a consistent calming force in that center back for RSL. Um, Again, when you're top 25% of every center back with, I think what was my cutoff? My cutoff this time was 2,000 minutes plus or minus a few. You yeah, you there's a reason for it. So give me Marcelo Silva too.
You can have him. Not gonna fight you on that one. I will happily take Rafael Chicos at three then. The Chicago Fire
That
center
would have been
back.
that was my three.
Yeah, I really thought you were going with him at two. So I was preparing for someone else at three, but I will gladly take him with his 10 clean sheets in 26 games. A fantastic result. I think he was let down by the Chicago attack last year. Otherwise, this team would be in the playoffs just based on how good they were defensively. Rating wise, was actually a little bit lower than I was expecting, but still good enough that I'm happy to take him here, my third pick.
Okay. My third pick.
Come on, give me one like way out of left field, just like Marcelo
Oh,
Silva.
I've got one, but I know I can get him at 4, so I could probably move and get
So confident. How do you know you can get him at 4?
because you don't
You don't
even
know
know
my
this guy
list.
exists. I'm convinced of it. Um, Give
I don't
me
know about
Yamar
that.
at 3.
Okay.
Um, Again, Seattle. He was the key center back in the first ever MLS team to win CONCACAF Champions League. Third most tackles in MLS. First most interceptions. Sixth least total cards. Ninth most clearances. Ninth most headers won. Again, just a defensive unit. He comes in, he does his job, he keeps everybody else around him in check. I think it's a good get at 3. Probably could have gotten him at 2. Should have gotten him at 2. Um, but Marcelo Silva, I don't hate that.
I'm sure the TikTok's gonna love that one.
I've
Now I
got two
gotta.
more that'd be really good.
Okay. I almost feel like maybe I could get one of them, but I don't know if he's played enough. I feel pretty safe passing on who I would normally take here just based off ranking because I don't think he's going to be on your list. Um, so at was this 4 now?
Mm-hmm.
This is tough because I think these other guys might be better.
I've got
I,
so many
I'm going.
people
I'm
here.
going out of left field here. I'm going to go out of left field here. I'm going to piss some people off with this pick because that's what we're here for, and we like to see that. At 4, give me Teenage Hidebe.
You are the
Yeah, I
worst.
knew
I
it.
hate
I
you
knew it.
so
You think I
much.
don't know who Teenage Hidebe is? Come on.
I thought because he played like 1,700 minutes this season, you wouldn't even look at him. I'm so pissed.
He's Houston's designated player's center back. How can I not know who that is?
You barely know your own designated players. Why would you know anybody from Houston? Stop it.
You should have
They're the
said I
new
don't even know who the
Dallas.
defensive player of the year is. That would have been a better comeback.
That would have been, but you know what? I'm angry. I'm not thinking.
Teenage
Oh,
Hidebe
that's so frustrating. Go
was
ahead.
quietly very good last year.
I know he
And I say
was.
quietly because Houston was poor. But you know, I have a co-host here that is likes to ride the Houston hype train. And
Spoiler alert for predictions this season.
I think they're on the come up, hopefully. And I think that's gonna start with Teenage Hidebe, who had a very good 702 rating, 4 clean sheets, but that's in a small sample size of only 22 games. So I will very happily take him at 4 here. I think he's only going to keep improving in this league, and I think one day could even be a top center back, like top 4.
I don't want to do
I'm
this
so
anymore.
glad I could do that. I'm
I'm
so
not
glad
having
I could
fun.
do that.
I'm not having fun. I want to go home. Um, at 4, give me Dave Romney, the new New England guy.
Dave Romney
Defensively,
at
one of the most
4.
sound. Huh?
Dave Romney at 4. That's a pick. Your
Yeah.
list is something, man.
um.
Okay.
So again, everything I do based off of numbers from last season. So Dave Romney, one of the best defensive center backs in the list. Least dribbled by, second best tackle success rate, second least amount of fouls, least total cards, seventh most headers won. The dude just again, much like Yamar goes in and just is this very sound. You know, him and Walker Zimmerman together were very, very good. I think going into New England, partnering with either Kessler or Farrell, whoever ends up being that second guy next to him, is going to bring a lot of stability with Petrovic behind him. I think New England are in for a good year with Dave in the back.
He's a great center back. I would like to caveat. I think he is a great center back, but I don't think people care about numbers. And so nobody's going to probably have Dave Romney on their top 5 center backs list.
Weird, didn't ask.
I am going to go with my 5th pick with Jesus Murillo.
It's a good pick.
695 rating is up there, top half. He had 7 clean sheets, which was pretty good result comparatively to the other center backs. I think he is probably going to have a strong season /partnership with Aaron Long or Chiellini, whoever ends up playing. If maybe all three of them play, but I think Murillo's probably going to see good minutes this season and a team that's extremely strong. So I would expect to see another really strong season out of him.
30th out of 43 players on my list.
That's all right. You keep sleeping. Go pick like try to think of a terrible center back.
Ranko
Go pick.
Veselinovic from Vancouver,
Sure. Yeah.
who is statistically ranked fifth on my list.
I hope you pick him.
No, no, no. I'm gonna go Nathan out of San Jose with my fifth pick.
He picks a reasonable one for once.
I know. So, most tackles in the league last year, fourth most interceptions, um, 11th most headers won. You know, again, this is all taking into account an abysmal San Jose team in 2022. Again, I'm hoping he gets a little bit of help. They have done absolutely nothing this offseason, which is just hurtful to anybody who's been supporting that team. I saw a tweet today that said that they had an open DP slot, two open U22 initiatives, like excess TAM money, four senior national slot, senior roster slots, and they haven't made a single move all season. It's brutal. San Jose fans are just being dragged through the mud, and the owners need to sell. But yeah, like I said, I only got one that was really out there, but Marcelo Silva was the highest ranked player. Um, Overlooked for me, Julio Cascante in a very good Austin team, but he was comboed with um, the Norwegian center back,
Gabrielson.
Gabrielson. I wanted to say Fredrickson. I'm like, no, Gabrielson, and he just left, and they brought in another new guy, so he's got to find a new partner. I wasn't sure how he's going to perform. Veselinovic again, fifth ranked, but he's in Vancouver. No, thank you. Um, Steve Birnbaum, seventh ranked at DCU. No, thank you. Michael Boxall, Minnesota, absolutely not. Lawless Abubakar, maybe. Again, that Colorado backline is sketchy for me. Milos Dejenik at Columbus, not a fan. And Alexander Kyans, who, again, we haven't included because we don't
We
know
don't
if
know
he's
if he's
going to
gonna
be
be
here.
back. Yeah.
Yeah. Left
I
backs.
totally I totally just realized the guy I was gonna take at 5, I completely forgot about him. I
Who's
was
that?
I think I was gonna end up taking Miazga at 5.
Ew.
Miazga had good at least good ratings from last season. He only had one clean sheet, which I think probably hurts how he looks on paper, but ratings wise, he had really good ratings. But that's fine. I don't really mind missing out on him.